Sup? Hi people. I know it's been let's just say 20 million years since my last MOC review, and I know I said I was going to do all of the Alliance of Traitors, but I've decided to do Anubis because, well, I've recently upgraded him and I just wanted to show off his new upgrades because he looks fabulous now. He looks much better than he did previously. But don't worry, my next review is going to be another member of the Alliance of Traitors, so we'll continue with that when the time arrives. As of now, this is Anubis. As you can see, he's been upgraded. If you've been watching my videos and seen Anubis, then you obviously knew what he looked like before. He had those yellow arms and stuff, and there was he had those carapace shoulder pad things, and yeah, basically he didn't really have that much of a uniform colour scheme, because I've always wanted him to have like a really golden colour scheme, which I've managed to achieve now thanks to Chima! Yes, thank you Chima for giving me gold pieces! So yeah, and I will apologise in advance if I don't reply to anyone's comments, because, you know, Google's been doing the whole, we're going to bend over YouTube and fuck it up the bum because we're a bunch of corporate assholes. So yeah, so if I don't reply to anyone's comments, then that's why, because any comments are posted in Google Plus or some shit like that. I don't know. So I won't be able to see any comments in my inbox because my inbox is non-existent. But that's the ranting out of the way. Anyway, let's go on to talk about Anubis, because he's cool. He's Anubis, and yeah. Anyway, Anubis' backstory. Not much is known about Anubis' past since he chose to forget about his past, but what his past basically is. Well, basically he used to be the prince of a proud and glorious nation. He was surrounded by wealth and indulgence by everyone, but he found this life of royalty boring. So he decided to flee from his nation and decided to abandon the role of the title of prince and gave it to the next in line to the throne, and instead decided to become a mercenary. So yeah, basically the reason why he's a badass mercenary is because he was bored. Yeah, I love that backstory. The reason why he is what he is now is because he was bored. Anyway, he has become a mercenary. He kills and fights for money, but the truth is, he doesn't really know the reason why he fights. He just knows that when he draws his sword, people will die. He doesn't really have a reason for fighting other than the fact that he just finds satisfaction in fighting. And also because he was bored. Yeah, he killed you all because he was bored. So that's his backstory. At some point he did meet Malachite, and Malachite happened to pay him more than he's ever received in his life, so obviously he's kind of working for Malachite now. Although he's not totally faithful to Malachite. He's only working for Malachite because he finds Malachite to be the most efficient way to line his pockets. So yeah, his backstory is pretty simplistic, I'm not going to lie, but it's enough. Anyway, I'm just going to give you a quick look at his body, his new upgrades. I just love the gold on this guy. I just love his colour scheme. He just looks really different from most of my other MOCs, which usually have like a red and black in their colour scheme or some other. I mean, he's pretty much the only guy I have who has gold as one of his major colours. So yeah, this is Anubis. His mask is the Kanohi Kunumra, I believe that's how I pronounce it. This is all on the wiki page, which I'm going to link in the description, by the way. So if you want to learn more about Anubis, then you may check that wiki page and laugh at my failures as I forget to mention stuff. Anyway, the Konohi Konamura, because he is a Toa, just thought I'd like to mention that now, is the mask of the jackal, which basically gives him the sense of smell and hearing of a canine. So basically he can smell really well, and his hearing is completely flawless. Also, he can control dog-like rahi, such as energy hounds and stuff like that. He can basically control them with his mind. So that's always a plus. He is the Toa of sand. So his element is sand. So basically he can like summon sand dunes and sandstorms and just basically anything made of sand, really. He is a top-notch fighter, and he is a master of pretty much every form of Toa martial arts. So he can fight without using his weapon. He can just use his bare fists if he wanted to, and easily disarm any opponent in battle. And obviously he has his sword, which I store on his leg, so it looks really cool like that. So his sword is known as Ra, again after the sun god. There's a theme going here. His name is Anubis, his sword is called Ra. Anyway, the sword, I'll just basically attach it to his hand. So there you are. He does not know where he acquired the sword because he's chosen to forget his past. All he knows that it's seen more battles than he has. It was given to him by some ancient warrior or something. So he has had it ever since. He is very skilled with this weapon, and his sword fighting skills are pretty much unmatched. He could defeat any Toa in a sword fight, no matter who it was. He's just really good at sword fighting. He's the boss at sword fighting. And also, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you know his personality is inspired by Jetstream Sam from that game. I can't remember its name. I think it's something like Metal Rising, Metal Gear. I think there's a gear in there somewhere. And it was like the combination of revenge and vengeance. And I can't remember the name of that game for the life of me, sorry, but basically his personality is inspired by Jetstream Sam from that game that I can't remember the name of. So yeah, I'll just show you his posability and just give you a quick look at his body. He's got freaking... I like what I did with his shoulder, his armor. It's got like this white spike thing, and then there's the gold spike, and it's the same design for his leg armor. He's got golden feet. Also, he's got really spiky shoulder pads, which look really awesome. The only part that doesn't really go with his cast scheme is this weird backpack thing, which I gave him. It's just there for show. I don't really know what it's for. It doesn't really have a story-based thing. I did some weird thing with the Baraki pincer thing and gave him this weird neckband collar thing, because, as you know, every badass warrior needs a big-ass neckband. And basically his head is sort of like Rudaka's head, but I just gave him Borok eyes for his ears, which gives him the jackal-like appearance. You know, it looks a lot like the Egyptian god Anubis, because that is what he was based around. He's supposed to be the Egyptian god, at least in terms of looks anyway. So yeah, I really like Anubis' new design. I'm proud of this guy. He's probably, in the terms of design, he's probably one of my favourite MOCs, because I just love his new design. So yeah, that's Anubis, and if you've read the title, then you know this is also an update video, because I've updated Inaba a bit. I'll just have to get rid of his robes first, because otherwise you won't be able to appreciate any of his updates. So I'll probably edit this part out of the video. Right, Inaba's upgrade. Now, if you've watched my first mock review, you might be wondering, why does he look different? What have you done? Explain! Well, because that weird leg design I gave him, where I basically took loads of hand pieces. Basically, I noticed one of the hand pieces, basically this part was actually kind of broke, and basically I got paranoid, thinking that basically all the other hand pieces will soon follow. So I decided to change him up a bit, because I knew that if I kept him like that, eventually all the hand pieces I used for his legs and arms would fall apart, and basically there'd be no more Inaba. So yeah, I upgraded him using, like, again, the Chima pieces I got, and I changed his colour scheme up, because he used to be just a black, red and white. Now he is black, red, white and blue. My god, he's got the colours of the, no, not the American flag, the Union Jack. Yeah, he's like representing Britain, because he's got the Union Jack flag thing. So yeah, he's got this weird two-face thing going on where one half of his body is one colour. He's got the translucent blue pieces on this side, and he's got the white pieces on the other side. But I still kept with the whole Harley Quinn sort of like jester appearance, because that is pretty much what defined Inaba when I made him. I just knew I wanted to make some sort of weird jester like appearance thing. His hands are now different. He's got those weird Glatorian neck connector pieces because of the way his arms are now. I also changed up his shoulder armor, because basically it makes, because he had those like Paraka, the black shoulder armor. I don't have a piece of that arm with me, so I can't show you, but I'm sure you'll know what I mean anyway. Because basically it gave his arms a little bit too much bulk, and I was going for the whole slender appearance with him. And plus it gives him more articulation in his arms, which is always a plus. I changed the two things at the top of his jester hat, I suppose you could call it that. Fuck, I rhymed. So yeah, he's got the white one and the translucent blue one here, so that kind of keeps with the whole colour scheme. He has translucent blue handpiece there on his custom body. Plus this will allow you to see better how his body's put together. So yeah, he's got the white one here, so yeah. So his colour scheme's more like a blue on this side, red in the middle and white on this side. So he still has a uniform colour scheme. So anyway, I'll just put the two guys who are featured in this video on camera. So this has been my review of Anubis and my update on Inaba. So I hope you enjoy this video. What do you think of Anubis's new design? Well, I didn't do a review on his old design, so I suppose you can only read. Well, just tell me what you thought of Anubis anyway, and what you thought of Inaba's upgrade. Anyway, this has been Matty666. That plant in the background is still there and will be there throughout all of my reviews. So, yeah, Matty666 signing off, and good night. I will see you beautiful people whenever I decide to upload another video.